Once you create the art and it's out in the world, it's almost like it's theirs now. It's like a musician putting out their song. I don't really have anything to say about this now that it's done, except like, gosh, I'm happy it's out there and people seem to be excited about it and they're sharing it. Hi, I'm Gavin Snider. I'm an artist based in Brooklyn. And this year I got to paint the official New York City Marathon poster, and I'm really excited about it. I've been drawing my whole life. I started doing watercolor probably 5 or 6 years ago, and it's kind of become my main thing, what I do. And I sort of started when I was a kid drawing sports, like drawing, I'm a big football fan, started drawing football players. My brother and I sort of had the, designing football cards and sort of really getting into, I don't know, just art through that avenue. And then it's kind of come full circle lately where I'm back to drawing like a lot of athletics, the marathon poster being one of them, which has been really cool. Started here with a pen and ink sketch. Had looked back at photos from past years, and there was one that really caught my eye. It must have been from like 2002, because everybody was wearing like American flag, like hats and shirts and everything, and the Manhattan skyline was sort of blank. There was no Twin Towers, and I was like, okay, this is like, people were really like behind the city in this moment. There's something liberating about, an art piece when you don't have to get it right, when you like are just doing it for yourself and sort of for that, the activity of doing it. But for this one, I felt like some responsibility towards, people who have actually run the marathon, people who have participated in the race. How do I like make sure like everybody who's running it's represented, whether it's somebody in a wheelchair or, somebody who's going to finish, first or in the top 10 in their division. So I sort of had all those thoughts, like, make a piece that represents New York, but also the people who came to run this race. And yeah, it's a lot of pressure, honestly. Even though, obviously there's no spectators in the scene, I kind of wanted it to feel like that community, all these different people, running the race together, like that shared accomplishment, rather than any sort of more, abstract artistic thing. The first marathon after the pandemic, I've gone out on the street corner and tried to catch a little bit of the marathon, a different perspective every year, be it Brooklyn, Manhattan, closer to the finish line. And those have been some of my favorite paintings I do every year. And been working on these projects with New York or Nowhere, and they have had the opportunity this year to work on the official marathon poster. So they asked me to work with them to kind of take some of that inspiration that I gained from just standing on the corner painting the marathon and like implement it into a more composed, more final piece. This is probably a month and a half long process. Started with the sketch, moved into some more like pen and ink drawings, a bit larger scale sketches, like piecing together a scene in black and white. And then the final color painting was actually done with a camera on me. Like New York or Nowhere had some of their team come and like film me painting, which was a whole other wrinkle in the process, because you sort of then have to perform. You're running through the city, you're running through a giant party, and they're like, nowhere else is like that, where like it's so focused on everybody on the sidelines kind of cheering you on. Like that's sort of the feeling I wanted to take, even though, obviously there's no spectators in the scene. I kind of wanted it to feel like that community, all these different people, running the race together, like that shared accomplishment, rather than any sort of more, abstract artistic thing.